Is it a case of game on for Prince William and Prince George? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thanks for joining me today. Lovely to see you as ever. And as I often say now, thankfully, welcome one and all brand new subscribers. This particular fun story did make me sort of feel for a lot of parents out there, because you know what it's like when you were younger and you always wanted the things that are the latest thing. It doesn't matter really, does it, whether it's Girls World Doll, Meccano, Scalextrics. Do you remember all those sort of things? Only lasted about 10 minutes till you bust them, didn't they? And then your parents would go mad because you'd either broken it or, more importantly, got bored of it. But this is not just a dilemma for mere mortals like you and I. It can happen also to royals too. This particular story evolved in a recent visit that Kate and William undertook. And basically during the conversation with some parents, they let slip that Prince George was a huge gaming fan. Now, for those that don't know what gaming is one of these electronic games. You know, way back in the 80s, they called it something different, but do you remember it was like stickmen on a screen that was ping-ponging back, forth. It's evolved now into a multi-million-pound industry, which apparently can also keep you fit. It's called esports. I love the way they give these titles, don't you? As if, oh, that's good for you because it's got the word sport in it. But as I say, Prince William let slip that Prince George, in fact, was a huge gaming fan. In fact, they both played gaming together, so much so that he had to regulate his screen time. Now, moving forward after that particular remark, what's evolved is this. Prince William and Catherine got back to their home to find that they were being offered, shall we say, and I put this nicely, or inundated, with all the latest gamings that you could possibly want. And these are very expensive games, let me tell you. I'm sure parents out there will validate this, that it's not a cheap sport. You know, they can go starting from a cheap one from around £50 to something like 500. And there's even championships you can take part in too. I know. But now the problem is this, because they let slip also that they're trying to limit the screen time for Prince George. Now, what they've decided to do is, of course, relocate all of those free games that they were given or sent to the palace and their home, simply because they wouldn't have the time and they don't want Prince George to get that heavily involved. Of course, they're a sporty family, as we recently saw, with Catherine undertaking their latest patronage alongside the rugby heroes. And didn't she look fabulous, by the way? Thoroughly looked like she was enjoying it, and what a great addition to that sport she's going to be. But back to Prince George. According to a very good source, he did have a whiff of the fact that certain things had been delivered and there was something allegedly of a tantrum. But for now, it does appear that it's game on, particularly for William and Catherine, who have so far managed to make sure that George limits his time on this brand new craze. The one word we could say, of course, to William and Catherine is, don't worry, it will pass. But then again, I thought that all about vinyl collecting, and I still like doing that to this day. There are just some things you can't let go of, isn't there? For Prince George though, let's just wish him well, and maybe on his birthday, William and Catherine may just give him the latest gaming material. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.